To the edge of it all. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? All right, this is a viewer request and a topic I've been intending to touch on for a while. But let's go ahead. It's time for me to go ahead and get into it. And I'm going to say this before I get into this. These are my views on the matter. These are my views on the matter. When I talk about men who are CIA, confident, intelligent, and assertive, that's my nomenclature. That's what I define. I define confident, intelligent, and assertive. I define FBI, feminine, beautiful, and inspiration. That's mine. Just like other guys brought their things into the lexicon, their own terminology, that's what I bring in. So, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know there are levels to being CIA. First level is confident, intelligent, and assertive. The second level is competitive, intriguing, and aggressive. The third level is becoming the bag, bold, ambitious, and generous. Okay? But it all comes right down to any man who's going to be the best version of himself, going to try to reach for the top, is going to have power. The acquisition and maintenance of power. That's what it comes down to, the acquisition and maintenance of power, not individual achievement, group power. You're going to have power. You can be a rich man. You can be a wealthy man, but you're still an individual. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to a group. And I've had this question asked multiple times, about black men protecting black women. Should black men protect black women? And I pretty much let people say what they want to say about the subject because I've always had my view on it. But as we're going to come down to this whole, I have my group called The Mix. You know, this conversation has been going on many ways, but I want to show something that I needed to speak on. But before I get into it, I got a movie night that we're about to get into, but I want you guys to check this out. Get your
ass out my way. Get your ass out my way. Get your ass out my way. Court.
I am.
Get the out for me. Man, get out the way, man. Press 911.
Max, call. Max, call.
I am, Lieutenant.
Oh my god. No.
Get out my way.
Oh my god.
Now go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dad.
Somebody just rolled on my car.
No, Dad.
They're hitting my car with motorcycles and bicycles. I gotta.
Max, Daddy's behind you. Whoa! You're on camera.
So that's what somebody sent that to me along with a very nice donation. That's my opinion on it. Asking my opinion on it. Well, I'm going to tell you this. And I think the guy said his name was Lee something or other. And I followed up on the story, and apparently, he went and filed charges against the people and yada, 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 yada. But I'm going to tell you right now. Let's get right to it. I've said it before and I say it again. As a man, you don't need anything in your life that you cannot defend and protect. You don't need anything in your life that you cannot defend and protect. I was embarrassed watching that video. Embarrassed. You have a black man with his daughters in the car. And when this toothless, meth-addled white woman, toothless, older woman, he's all barking, "Get out of my car!" Da, 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 da. But when the guys come, then all of a sudden, what happened? He gets timid like a mug. There's so many things wrong with that video. The woman standing there, he's all in his feelings, cussing and yelling, already losing. You're yelling at a old toothless woman in a car. But he was feeling himself then. But when the men came, he had no smoke. Why are you in the car with your daughters, with the doors unlocked, driving? Sir, you are pathetic. So I'm going to say right now, do high value men protect women, black women? Yes, yes. Or you don't deserve any of them. You don't need anything in your life that you cannot protect. You can't protect the car, don't have it. You can't protect the family, don't have it. You can't protect children, don't have it. Because if you have nice things, people are going to come at them. You're in a car. But as soon as he saw that woman, did he act like a confident, intelligent, assertive man? No. He acted like a little scared boy. Let me stay behind the wheel of my car and just scream at you. And once you screamed at her the first time, you lost. She wasn't afraid of you screaming at her. She knew she was protected. She put her balls on the table and said, do something. And you cowered. Why is this a problem? Because animals in the wild, when they sense weakness, they attack. If you cannot defend yourself in a car against a toothless woman, what does that say? Obviously, he should have ran over her. It was on camera. Stand your ground, run over her. But soon as that guy decided to get in front of his car and put his hand like that, he should have put that mother and drive and go right over him. But see, far too many black men are afraid. You're scared. Now, I'm not. Never have been. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what just happened at the mall. You're afraid. See, if that had been a black man in front of him, oh, it would have been a different situation. You're afraid. You're afraid of pain. You're afraid of death. You're afraid of the cops. You're afraid of white people. You're afraid of jail. You're afraid of the world. But you got smoke for black men, and then for lesser degree for black women. So understand, CIA, all that stuff, you cannot be CIA and not defend women. Let me tell you why. And here's the thing, I'm not even looking in the chat room because honestly, if you disagree with me, I don't really care. Name me a race of men who makes it known they do not protect women. Those that would have power must protect their own. See, a CIA man wouldn't worry about whether or not what this woman said or what that woman said. CIA men, we think logically long term, and we understand the power of image. And understand that is you, whether you like it or not. The world sees you through the eyes of black women. The world sees you through the eyes of your women. And if the world comes against your women and you do nothing, you are weak. You can make all the stats, the data, statistics, talk about your wife and all this other kind of stuff. Hey, and I'm not going to argue with you, do that. But calling yourself CIA and all that other stuff, no. Because confident, intelligent men assert. And there is a way to assert. That man was with his children. And he called another man to come help him. He had everything he needed. He had the means to keep his doors closed, windows up, doors locked, gas. He could have been out of that situation. But he was afraid. I can't run over her because then I'll go to jail. I can't do it. Let me just sit here. And that's the point. Terrified. Get out of my car. All I saw was a scared little boy. And then his daughter is sitting there, Dad, oh my God. And his children, obviously, he didn't teach them how to do anything either because they were stupid sitting there in the back seat with the doors unlocked. Somebody could have snatched your kid out of there. So high value men, high value men, the first thing you know how to do is you know how to protect yourself. So your hands, your feet, your elbows, your knees, your jaw stays calibrated. So at the end of the day, you know there's a point where talking stops. And a truly high value man will whoop your ass. Make no mistake. As nice as I am, oh yeah, there's a time where the talking stops. Don't let the suit fool you. I knew the kind of man I'm going to be. I knew I was going to be. From childhood, I knew other guys, oh, pretty dude, this and that. So I knew like, you're going to have to fight. Dudes don't like you because you're a good looking guy. So I did something about it. I went and made sure I got my Bruce Leroy on 3 times. I didn't just stop there. I did Fight Club. Yep, fought full contact kung fu up until age 40. Yep, on the weekends, while you were playing Madden, I was jumping in the ring trying to knock a motherfucker out or get knocked out. And I would also use that skill to become a bouncer at a nightclub. I wasn't the biggest bouncer, but I was damn sure the head bouncer. Don't know those stories? Go back and look at them. Because I refuse to be a punk. I refuse to get into a situation to where I allow a man to punk me. That man got punked 3 ways from Sunday. Well, what he supposed to do, man? All them people around? He don't want to go to jail for running over? Okay. First off, if you can defend yourself, when that dude reached in the back seat or reached in, he should have. Okay. First off, you need to carry mace. Mace is the one thing you need to carry. Should have rolled that window down, took that mace and sprayed it all in the air and got them people away from his car, if nothing else, and then drive the hell on. If mace ain't good enough, you best have your right to carry there, in your either on your hip or in your glove box. You need to pew pew to stand your ground. You got it on tape. You're being assaulted by a drug-addled motorcycle gang. Yippee-ki-yay, mother sucker. But see, that means you got to be willing to act. See, a lot of black men are afraid of the police. That's why you don't want to do stuff the right way. You're afraid, well, I'm going to call a lot. The police are supposed to come there to protect you. You got it on camera. You're going to protect your family? Shoot them. If you ain't going to whoop his ass, shoot their ass. And if nothing else, put the car and drive over him. That dude was on his hood. That dude would have been going down the road at 50 miles an hour, holding on for dear life. But let's move on past that because that's the easy one. See, the bigger one is this comes up. Black men, black women. Should black women don't feel protected? I will tell you right now, I have never carried myself in that way. I was just at Lenox Mall. In Neiman Marcus, picking up this rather nice tie. You like it? Yep, got another one on hold. And last week they had a big group in here from Philadelphia. You know, big beards. And this is full of black folks here in Atlanta. And then as I'm up by the fragrance counter, you know what happens. All of a sudden you see somebody running. Then you see come up more people running. Then next thing you know, it sounds like a herd of elephants. Like something broke out in the mall. Everybody come running into Neiman Marcus. See, what would you do when a crowd come running in? I've always been the man where crowd going this way, I go that way. Yeah, I looked to see. I didn't run. I'm gonna run. Yeah, I looked around to see if anybody was an active shooter, but then I realized, no. So I went right on up to the front to see what's going on. Because it was a damn embarrassment to see all them black people running like they were some goddamn fools in Neiman Marcus and in Lenox Mall. I did what I've always done. Before I knew about a YouTube or before YouTube existed, if a woman's around me and something's happened, I step in. Woman being harassed on the subway by this red man, method man looking dude in fatigue, get on there. And it was a white woman. Came in there, playing the crazy act. What you looking at, you white bitch? I didn't say nothing to him. That woman looked terrified. I just got up and I went and sat right next to her. Didn't say anything to him. Went and sat right next to her. This leg back, this leg up, shoulder turned this way. And started talking to the woman. You know what? He carried his ass on the other way. After it was over, I went back where I was. That woman don't owe me nothing, but that's wrong. See, it's about right or wrong for me. I don't know that woman. Done it for black women too. Got more stories than that. I've talked about that woman who was in a Walmart parking lot, the pregnant woman. The difference is when that brother stepped up, I'd have separated her and I'd have handled the situation with him. High value men do step in because you play the long game. You realize your ethnic image is on the line. You don't stand there with a damn phone talk about World Star. Fuck you mean? Oh, well, that ain't my woman. It ain't right. That's cool. But you're not CIA. You're no. You're a different kind of dude. And that's cool. I don't have those men in my world. I would not have a woman have something going on with a woman and I'd be like, oh, no, that's not my woman. It ain't my business. No. Not going. I don't give a shit who likes me on YouTube after this. Nope, not going to happen. Because that's who I am. That's how I've always been. Am I going to rush over there and just jump in and play captain? No, but you do something. See, if you're a truly high value man, you shouldn't walk around in fear. Go look at the Seattle Karen video where that white woman was yelling at the gay black guy. And you had a white guy from across the street yelling at the black man. You had white men stepping to that black man. To the point where it's like, sorry, man. You want to raise the collective image? Like it or not, protection comes along with it. So no, I don't understand this whole, I'm only going to protect my wife or my mother or my son. I'm not even going to argue with you. It ain't going to be a conversation. I don't even want to fucking discuss it with you. How about that? Don't bring it to me. Write it in the comment section. I will block you. I don't want to hear your mouth on it. I don't want to hear your logic about it. I don't want to hear the statistics about it. I am not cut that way. Men step up and defend women because it's best for men's image. I started this and say, name me a group of men, a race of men who has an image of not protecting their women. And they have power. I'll wait. They know they can do it to the lesser of you. They have no problem doing it to you. Now, what you do with the women after that, after the threat is passed, that's your business. See, high value men can defend themselves and protect themselves. So they have no problem stepping to another man because they can handle themselves. They're not afraid. They're not afraid to knuckle up if it has to be. They're not afraid of a little pain. They're not afraid to get hit because they know they're going to deliver more punishment. They're not afraid. And they're not afraid when the law gets called that who's going to go to jail because they got a lawyer. They know the law. They can handle themselves. If they do enter and get involved, they have the law on their side. Matter of fact, we're going to call the police before we whoop your ass. Dial 911 while we whooping your ass. So you step into a fight. If you can't, and here's the thing, a lot of you guys, too many black men today, you can't defend yourself. You got to go to a gun first. A bunch of punks. A bunch of bitch-made punks. So you got to go to a gun first. So your masculinity is tied up in a gun. Never needed that. Fighting and fucking, gentlemen, those are the primary rules of mankind. That's how we judge each other. And if you know that you won't step up and fight, you're a coward to every other man. If men around the world look at your manhood as cowardice, they will dominate you. It does you no good to be right on the facts or make a logical argument. I could give a shit. You cannot have an image as a man. Imagine how that would play. You're at a company function. You're fast track for partner. Then something happens with a woman in the office. And in front of the CEO, the board of directors, You just, well, she's my equal like anyone else. I didn't step in and say anything because, Kim can handle it. They probably wouldn't say anything, but I guarantee you would not make partner. I guarantee you, your career would take a massive hit. The world is what it is. And men protect women, even if they're not their own. You can't defend yourself with your hands? Then defend with your presence. Step in. Make a phone call. Do something. But turn the blind eye? If you turn the blind eye guy, cool. But don't call yourself CIA nothing. Because that's not how it rolls. Because CIA men can defend themselves. And they know when it's a time to assert. It is not always about, see, it is not a selfish pursuit. Sometimes you have to play selfless. Sometimes you have to play the long game. See, selfish worries about the short term. Your long-term prospects are better if you do what other men know to be right. Good luck having that argument. So like I said, bottom line is that's what it comes down to. When I saw that video, I was disgusted. I was simply disgusted. When I'm out at Lenox Mall and I see boys, full-grown 20-plus-year-old boys running through the mall with young girls and young ladies, I'm like, what's the difference here? Why are you 6'2" and 230 pounds running like a girl? Really? And who had to come up to the front to take care of everything? I'm standing up in the front of the store. Some thin little white guy with a walkie-talkie, some other little white guy, some more white, then one of the black. And they're looking at me like, I'm like, yeah, what? And then the brother, the security guard for the back, he comes up. He's like, oh, yeah, what's up? Yeah, it mattered. It mattered that a black man was standing there. You goddamn right it did. And if you don't understand why, I can't help you. I can't help you. If you don't understand the symbolism of a black man in a suit standing right there when all that shit was going on, then a black man in a police uniform standing side by side with him, if you don't understand the symbolism of that, if you got a problem with that, cool. But don't say nothing in the comment section. Again, I don't want to hear it.